If you'd asked anyone back then who I was, they'd probably squint and say, "Oh, yeah, I think I had a class with her once." That was me. Background character. The kind of student who sits near the wall, turns assignments in early, and somehow disappears between bells. I wasn't unpopular. I just didn't exist in the same way everyone else did. No friend group. No boyfriend. No drama. Just safe, quiet invisibility. And for most of high school, that was fine. Until senior year. It started with the yearbook superlatives. Everyone voted, everyone joked about it, who'd be most successful, funniest, best couple, most athletic. It was harmless, right, until the yearbooks came in. I flipped through mine at lunch, expecting to see other people's faces, other people's names. But when I reached page 47, I stopped. There was my picture, the same one I'd hated since picture day, where my smile looked forced and my hair frizzed at the ends. And underneath, in bold, perfect type, most likely to be forgotten. Someone snorted behind me. "That's kinda brutal," a guy said, half laughing. I laughed too, because what else do you do? But my throat burned the whole time. It wasn't funny. It was cruel in that effortless way people can be cruel when they think it's a joke. That night, I sat on my bed with the yearbook open in front of me. I stared at those words over and over until they blurred. Most likely to be forgotten. Maybe they were right. Maybe I really hadn't done anything worth remembering. But the longer I stared, the more something inside me twisted. It wasn't sadness anymore. It was anger. Not just at them, at myself for letting it be true. And that's when I decided, if I was going to be remembered for anything, it wouldn't be for being invisible. 2 weeks before graduation, our principal announced the senior assembly, the final goodbye. It's this big, emotional event where they play a slideshow of the entire class's memories. Baby pictures, football games, prom, all set to nostalgic music that's supposed to make you cry. What no one knew was that I was on the tech team. I was the one who actually built that slideshow. Every photo, every clip, every smiling fake memory. While I was editing, I started seeing people differently. That perfect couple who posted their date nights every weekend, he was cheating on her. I knew because I'd seen him leaving the parking lot with another girl. The best friend group, they had a private group chat I was accidentally added to once, full of gossip about people they hugged in public. Even the teachers who gave speeches about kindness and integrity were playing favorites behind closed doors. And the funny thing about being invisible is people forget you're listening. They talk freely around you. They text in front of you. They leave things open on the computer lab desktop when you're the one closing up. That's how I found it, the flash drive. Left plugged into one of the lab computers after class. No name, just a sticker with a star on it. I shouldn't have opened it. I know that. But curiosity won. It was full of screenshots, group chats, private DMs, threads about classmates, teachers, parents, and me. They called me Wallpaper Girl. One person wrote, "I swear she's in every hallway but somehow nowhere at the same time." Another, "If she disappeared, would anyone even notice?" And then a third, "We should give her most likely to be forgotten just to mess with her." That's when I realized who started it. The same people who called me nice to my face had voted to make me a punchline. That night, I opened the slideshow and started making changes. It started small, a few swapped clips, different transitions. But then I went deeper. Each section was labeled by theme: best friends, unforgettable moments, senior love stories. I replaced each with the truth. Under best friends, I put screenshots of that private group chat, their own messages tearing each other apart. Under unforgettable moments, I added clips from parties that shouldn't have been filmed, the ones they thought they'd deleted. And under senior love stories, I replaced the prom pictures with texts of those same couples lying, cheating, and bragging about it. I wasn't doing it for revenge anymore. It was clarity. If everyone was pretending to be perfect, I wanted to hold up a mirror. And for the last slide, the one that used to say, "Thank you, class of 2027, I replaced it with my own photo. That same awkward yearbook picture. Only this time, the caption read, "Most likely to remember everything you did." Graduation day came faster than I thought. Parents filled the bleachers. Everyone was crying, hugging, posting last selfies. People smiled at me, the same ones who'd laughed at my caption. I smiled back. It was almost peaceful. When it came time for the assembly, I stood by the projector, pretending to check settings. My hands were sweating so bad, I thought I might short-circuit the laptop. But when I hit play, a calm came over me. At first, it looked normal. Baby photos, awkward middle school pictures, football wins. Then halfway through, the transitions changed. The smiling faces faded into text bubbles. Screenshots. Real names. She's only friends with her for followers. He's into her sister, not her. If I fail this class, I'm blaming the teacher, old creep. Laughter stopped. The gym went silent. At first, people thought it was a joke, some kind of prank. Then I heard gasps, whispers. Teachers started walking toward the stage. The slideshow kept going. The perfect couple holding hands, followed by screenshots of his texts to 3 other girls. The kindest girl in school, followed by a voice memo mocking a classmate's stutter. The most loved teacher, followed by screenshots of her calling a student hopeless. Someone shouted, "Turn it off." Another yelled, "Who did this?" But I just stood there, calm as the world burned around me. The final slide appeared. My photo. Black background. White letters, most likely to be remembered forever. Then the screen went black. No one clapped. No one moved. Just silence. Then whispers. Dozens of them. I unplugged the laptop, walked out of the gym, and stepped into sunlight that had never felt so warm. They didn't give me my diploma that day. I got called into the office, lectured about integrity and privacy violations. But I didn't care. Because when I left that building, every person I passed knew exactly who I was. For months afterward, my phone blew up. Messages. Threats. Apologies. Some people tried to justify it. "You went too far." Others thanked me. Quietly. Secretly. They said, "You showed what we were too scared to admit." A week later, a post hit Reddit. A girl exposed her entire senior class during graduation, hero or villain. It hit the front page. Half the comments called me cruel. The other half called me brave. One said, "Sometimes it takes someone invisible to show everyone what they refuse to see." That comment stuck with me. Now it's been 5 years. I live in another city. Different job, different life. Most of the people from that class have faded into the background noise of adulthood, marriages, divorces, Instagram filters. But sometimes, I still get messages from unknown numbers. Photos of that yearbook page. Just one caption scribbled under my name, most likely to be remembered. And they are right. I'm not forgotten. Not anymore.